Good evening and happy tax day. I'll call to order the Board of Trustees work session for April 15th, 2024. 18 North Mortimer Solar. Trustee Henry, okay for the agenda?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir. Trustee Coffee?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir. Trustee Evans?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir. Trustee Lopez?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir. Okay, you doing the other one too?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead. So we got 24 Poplar.
Yes, this is a much smaller project. So this is a 10.40 kilowatt, 26 panels. The house is actually the last house on the right-hand side. So there's no house to the left-hand side for aesthetic purposes. If you guys see the picture, it looks like the neighbor on the other street does have solar behind the house, but yeah. All these solar panels on this house are not actually visible, only from the left side of the house, due to the way the roof is situated. I was incorrect. It's on the left side of the house. And
Yeah.
yeah, there's no neighbors there. So,
We weren't going to pick any of it. Trustee Henry, okay for the agenda?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir. Trustee Coffee?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir. Trustee Evans?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir. Trustee Lopez?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir. Just call tomorrow, make an appointment with the engineer. He'll do all the paperwork.
Okay, thank you. Have a great evening, gentlemen.
You too. Oh, is he supposed to come back? The planning guy?
No, just want you to take a look at the letter, see if it's adequate. or
Okay.
not set plan. So I figured I'd go first.
Well, I think, I think he's missing something, right? Why is it more difficult? You know, they taking bearing walls down, and you're taking a partition down. Not that big a deal. but Kind of, little meager on his explanation line, it says he's gonna remember.
Yeah.
So I think this needs to be a little more detailed, I mean, even a photograph of it.
Plan, put it to bed or.
Yeah,
photograph.
right, photograph that, right? Is this, I mean, it says 19 square feet, cannot be installed without major alterations to the structure.
Take care of
All
that.
right. I got it. So, yeah, I'm saying we should go back to them and say that this has got to be a little more detailed, this letter.
Well, that's why I wanted to have you take a look at it first.
Okay.
Go back to that again. Review the VOC meeting. When was that for? March 28th? Dobbs Ferry is entertaining setting up its own GIS system, similar to the one that the county has, and they're trying to get it to do more than the county one does. He asked if anybody to join in. There wasn't too much excitement in joining in because the county offers enough out of theirs of what anybody needs so far. You know, Ardsley's doing the sewer lines, pictures and no videos. Sleepy Hollow and Irvington used the one for the county already for their water departments. So, and Tarrytown uses the county one also. So there wasn't too much interest in joining them since there's one already available without paying for it. We already, Irvington just want to say he distributed the paperwork for the grants. We got that for the food scraps. We got that a few weeks ago. He did, yeah. Update on deer management. As you know, the river towns have a lot of problem with the deer, and we've heard it over the years of they keep going from village to village to village, and Irvington, Hastings and Dobbs Ferry are having the biggest problem. They're like going back and forth to each other. Irvington is now in on it where they're having a problem because Irvington basically on one big hill, he's saying. And all the water is just flowing down the hill now because there's no more growth there, that they're deer eating all the vegetation. So it's just causing more flooding in the village. So they're looking into that. A committee that Dobbs and Hastings look into was to cull the deer using bow, entertaining bow hunting the deer. Apparently the trying to neuter them didn't work that well. The deer were also eating the vegetation there. The problem in Hastings is the deer eating so much vegetation, it's not leaving anything for the other animals, so the other animals are dying off because there's nothing to eat. Hastings fenced off 30 acres of woods, and they actually got a whole bunch of people, and they just kind of herded them right out, and then fenced in 30 acres. So hopefully it'll keep the deer out. But the problem is the fence is being vandalized every day. And it costs them $160,000 for the fence. Irvington is doing the joint paving bids again. They're almost done, ready to get it out. Curbing bid is almost done. Hastings is putting that out. And they all like to put in curbs before they pave on the ones that are really bad. Still going back and forth with the town of Greenberg on the Oldell House. Ardsley's pushing for the town for answers. They're getting some answers. They're not really good enough on where the Oldell House falls under. If it's gonna be a park, if it's gonna be a museum, whatever it's gonna be, because the town is pushing for us to pay for that. So we're pushing back to say, how does that fall in the law and where we would have to pay for that? Dobbs Ferry is doing new crosswalks ahead of their Route 9 paving. They also did some bump outs like we have. Their Route 9 feasibility study is still on schedule there. They've had some meetings. They had an excellent presentation at the last meeting. Hastings says the CEC NYSERDA funding cut might come soon. So they're asking all of us to send in a resolution, so we'll get that information and review it and see if we want to do one also. It's showing a commitment to do certain things to get money. They try to get money before the program stops in 2026. The money is very unrestricted, no reporting, result-based. It's a good program according to Hastings, so as soon as she sends us that information, we'll get it to us and see if it's something we would look into. A couple of them are doing the Monarch Butterfly Pledge again. It's extended, it got extended to April 30th. Ardsley, in the last couple of meetings, they asked to look for a new company for implicit bias training if we were to do it again. So she submitted a proposal. So if we ever want to do it again, we'll have it on our file and we'll review it if we ever wanted to do it again. We had asked the town of Greenberg from now on to let us know, goes into their capital budget and array budget before they do it. So we get a chance to review it, so we have a say in it since we're paying for it. So hopefully they'll do that someday. And that. Dominic, forgive me, I can't pronounce his last name. He's the president of the American Italian Club. He came to me and he asked me if we would think about ceremonial naming Northlawn Avenue to Francomondo Way. His justification was Frank lived on there on Northlawn Avenue. The American Italian Club is there. And Frank was very active in the club in the village. As you know, he did a lot of cooking for us and participated in the thing. So I said we definitely bring it up. Anybody have any thoughts on that?
What's the process involved in that?
We just vote on it. We make one different color sign,
Okay.
like we did for Michael Arciola.
Okay,
Says-
so we don't have to like work with the post office or anything like that. It's just, okay. Got it. Thank you.
It's just ceremonial. It's not changing the name of the street name.
I mean, I have no objection to that.
I don't either.
Trustee Henry, any comments?
No, I think due to the fact it's ceremonial, I think that's a nice idea. Because Greenberg did something similar with Babbitt Court and Kevin Morgan.
All right, trustee Henry, okay, we'll add that to the agenda.
Yes, sir.
Trustee Coffee?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir. Trustee Evans?
Yes, sir. And
Thank
I
you,
look
sir.
forward to the ceremony.
Yeah. Trustee Lopez?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. You know what we gotta do, Brian? Yeah, just like Michael said. They didn't ask. Probably just do the block, right, from Barney to Maine. Just put the sign right up on the corner there on Barney, it's right by his house, so. Because Michael, we only put one up on Main Street, we never did anymore, and he's actually past Barney on the other side. All right, so we don't have to keep these guys long. What we'll do is we'll go to the public meeting and come back and do the budget.